Stalking him is Sergey. Right, left, upstairs. More body work. Leaning on the ropes. Desperation time for Malkольм Tann. Swinging wild is the fighter from North Carolina. Lands a couple finally. Couple oohs and ahs. He's trying to chop down the Russian, and Kuzmin just looking at him. Land from left from Tann.
Tann is showing some real heart here and grit, trying to fight his way off the ropes, which he did. He was able to actually land a couple of shots. But you can really see the advantage in strength and freshness.
That left hook got him again.
Right, and you get the sense Kuzmin can basically walk through Tann anytime he wants.
Quick left hook. The big boys get tired fast. Leaning on the ropes again is Tann. Less than a minute to go. You're right, Steve. He's never had any legs in this fight. Kuzmin fighting a guy who's taller than him. The big boys. Oh, good body shot from the Russian. One punch at a time from Tann. Measuring in. Hitting on the ear. Oh, overhand right. That dropped Tann for the third time in the fight. It was a matter of time as Kuzmin was measuring and measuring. As Tann is smiling at the Russian Kuzmin. Wobbly legs. And Rudy Barragan is having the heavyweight walk over to him. Final seconds of the second round. And that'll do it for two.
And Beto, he survived round number 2. I'm not completely convinced there should be a round number 3.
He went down to the second round, Steve Kim.
And Malkольm Tann, certainly no questioning his guts here. Early in the round, he was trapped up along the ropes. Although this is the end of the second round, the overhand right sends him down. Malkольm actually had some moments in the second frame, but again, he simply does not have the legs or constitution really to keep off Kuzmin, and that's been his main weapon of choice, the overhand right.
And we are streaming. Thompson Boxing will continue to stream. Moving on forward in 2017, Juan Antonio Tena, JT, 600 out in Phoenix, Arizona, watching us. Appreciate your support. Hey, I also appreciate your follow tonight. Linus, as always, in Philadelphia.
Oh, the security blanket.
The only way to beat the Russian Bear, the Garoya Premium.
That's an old football reference, I
All
believe.
wood-liners will be used tonight. The Russian Hammer. If you send us something, we're saying it tonight. We're interactive. Make sure you let your friends know via your social media that you can watch this fight on Facebook Live or the Thompson Boxing website. We're in the third, scheduled for 8. Malkольm Tann in the silver has gone down 3 times, twice in the first. Tann has a record of 24-4. And Steve, you said at our production meeting this afternoon, what is this, 2004?
Yeah, when I actually saw the bout sheet, I thought I was in a hot tub time machine. I have not seen him literally in about a decade. You know, he's actually given what he's had. The problem is there really is not much left in the tank. I mean, some of the records of the past, his last real significant fight was about 8 years ago against an up-and-coming Chris Arreola, who fought in this venue many times.
Trained by Henry Ramirez, Chris Arreola. No Henry Ramirez on the broadcast tonight. No nachos being delivered. If you're on your way here on the freeway watching us, listening, please bring all nachos to Steve Kim's attention. They are killer here in the double tree. Body work, Kuzmin. Doubling up that jab, loading up that right. Halfway through the third round. Thompson Boxing Promotions, 17th year of existence, continuing to grow, bringing you quality fights every single time. Good 1-2 from Kuzmin. Trying to let his hands go, they're heavy, but the heavyweight Malkольm Tann can take it. Kuzmin's looking at it like, okay, what else do I have to throw at you?
Yeah, Kuzmin's main weapon of choice is a right hand, and I wouldn't call it a straight right cross. It's an overhand right. And Malcolm Tann's had problems adjusting to that. He's trying to parry it as if it's a straight punch. It's come right over the guard for much of the night.
That right by Tann blocked. Good defense from Sergey. Keeps his hands up high. Going for the uppercut. Here's Sergey Kuzmin. Harasho, I know that word means in Russian to work. They're telling him to work. That's the only Russian word I know. And Kuzmin is working again. Good 3 rounds.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, I'd like to thank some of our sponsors. I'd like to thank Lucas Oil. It works. Belgard.
Make sure to follow us tonight. YouTube, Thompson Boxing on Twitter, Thompson Boxing Instagram, and also the Facebook. Like I'm reading it right now. Henry Ramirez says stop the fight. Henry, we already shouted you out. Henry Ramirez on, yes, Henry. The DoubleTree nachos are fire. Felicia Ibarra, thank you for watching us tonight. I'm learning how to use this. Valery Sizonenko watching us in Russia from St. Petersburg. Harasho. Also, Melissa Agudelo in Miami watching the 305, about a 5-foot spitball, Steve. She loves the fact that you just dropped the hot tub time machine reference.
Hello out there to Dade County.
The 305. Oh, and by the way, she's a big Miami Hurricane fan.
It is always about the U. Now let's see if Sergey Kuzmin here could put an exclamation point on what's been a pretty strong performance against a faded veteran. Thought Tann in the 3rd round did a better job of slowing the tempo and keeping this fight more or less in the center of the ring.
Juan Sanchez watching us in San Antonio. Christian Andrade in Nashville. Appreciate you guys watching. Now tell people to share the link. Come on now. We're here for you. What are you doing for us? 4th round of action. Sergey Kuzmin, the Russian, in the black. Ernie Gabion, the man from Everlast. Tell K9 to drop off the nachos for you. Ray Sanchez Monagas in New York. And yes, all the Michael Dutchover fans in Midland, Texas, we know you guys are watching. He's going to be a couple hours from now.
Oh, good right hand.
Oh, and that dropped him again. And it's over. Rudy Barragan has jumped in and has ended the fight. Sergey Kuzmin gets his 12th victory, his 8th KO.
Beto, that was the exclamation point, and once again, it was the overhand right. And again, it's not a straight right. I wouldn't even call it a cross, but it is a true overhand right. I don't want to say Tim Witherspoon, but Tim Witherspoon did always throw that right hand over the top, almost like a slider. And right there at that point, Malcolm Tann was out on his feet for a split second. And who knows, maybe he sends him back into retirement. So Sergey Kuzmin with a 4th round stoppage.
Michael Tann, doctors are trying to attend to him, immediately jumped up to show that he's fine, but the dude has a lot of heart. Coming in there going up against a tough Russian, Sergey Kuzmin, who has that big hammer. First fight of the night in the books. Kuzmin with a 4th round KO.
And Linus chimes in. He says, might be another 9 years before we see Tann again.
Coming up next, the bantamweight Sal Sanchez from Boquema, California takes on Christian Bartolini from Hermosillo, Mexico. There you see Team Kuzmin. Russians, gotta take the selfie.
They gotta go around again, I guess.
Juan Sanchez, appreciate you sharing it just on time. So tonight, we'll be very interactive with you guys. Carlos Santana from Ontario, Oregon, supporting your cousin, Manuel Mendez had a good talk with him. Manuel Mendez in the background, our main event tonight. He's wearing white and green. He also had that Oregon Ducks tank top on. Carlos Santana let him know.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome inside the ring from David Squire, Joe Monaco, and Alan Sharp. From Code Sales and Marketing, Peter Cronin. From Thompson Enterprises, Hugo Somali and Yarid Validol. Ladies and gentlemen, the end comes. 1 minute, 19 seconds of round number 4. Referee Rudy Berrigan puts a stop to this contest, declaring your winner by way of a knockout. Out of the blue corner, Sergey Kuzmin.
His 12th victory. He's now 12-1. 6'4" from St. Petersburg, Russia. Sergey Kuzmin. And as Yo Soy Fiesta, no, Cinco, or Rob Gronkowski would say, that's Mike UFC in the Inland Empire Suites. Good start of the Thompson boxing card. Fans love knockouts. They do, especially the resurgence in the heavyweight division.
Well, especially with big guys. There's nothing like big guys hurling leather at each other. One thing about Kuzman, I think his physical fitness will be something they're going to have to really monitor, as Brian Scalia pointed out. He'll never win a bodybuilding contest. I think conditioning will always be a question. But tonight, I guess, as we like to say, he did the Chris Rock. He did what he's supposed to by getting out a faded veteran.
Paul Galbraith watching us. There are 5 more fights on the card, 6 total. As we'll welcome a man who has made a name for himself here in Ontario. Danny Roman, we'll get him the headset. You know, promoted by Thompson Boxing. Danny Roman joins us. We don't need a camera for you, Danny Roman. We know you didn't bring your makeup. That's for us right here. But Danny Roman, how are you feeling? You saw the big heavyweights?
Oh, it's a weight I will never fight. But it was an interesting fight. So, the red corner, he had a lot of heart. He was dropped. He came back up.